All right, free people, KFARR back again once again. So this is going to be a little different style video. So this guy's been covered on several channels several times before, but the other day he got a federal court filing back, and he's going to talk about that because he's very upset. So this is the guy who got, I believe, 2 cars towed and his motorcycle. I'll be showing videos of that when he brings those up. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video. It will probably be rather long.
All right, free people. It is October the 23rd, 2023, and I just received this letter.
We just got a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. Wonder who it's from.
From the court of Greenbelt, Maryland. Okay. You know, this is a sad day in America where we can't get honest justice, and Lady Justice has become a whore, and she has her eyes wide open. Okay. Today the judge, and I'm gonna let you read this, I'm gonna go slow so you can read this. The judge is talking about the police officer who stopped my travels, stole my motorcycle, and then sold it.
Hi, I'm Sergeant Robinson, Tacoma Park Police. See your license registration?
What's your name and badge number, officer?
Sergeant Robinson. My badge number is 8388.
What can I do for you?
Can I see your license registration, please?
What crime have I committed, officer?
You don't have a tag.
So I know what you guys are thinking. Dang, KFARR, that looks like a fake plate. Yeah, because it is.
Your tag's not readable.
What crime have I committed, officer?
Your license plate's not readable.
First you said I didn't have a license plate, now you say it's not readable. What is this?
Can I see your license registration, please?
What crime have I committed, officer?
A traffic violation.
A traffic violation? I'm traveling.
Okay.
Okay, I don't need a license and a registration to travel on my private property.
You do need a license to drive a motorcycle.
I do not need a license or a license plate to travel.
I'm definitely going to need another one.
So what are we going to do, sir?
I don't know, you tell me.
You tell me. You're the one that stopped me.
I need your license and registration.
Well, that's not what you're going to get. I don't need a license on my own private property.
This is a private property, it's a public property.
This motorcycle is a private property, sir. This is a public street. The Supreme Court has ruled I'm traveling. I don't have to need it.
You need a license to drive.
I do not need a license, sir. Nor do I need plates.
Yeah, I'm still going to need another unit. Maybe two.
So what are we going to do, sir? Is your body cam on?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Your Honor, this individual has stopped me on a public street, riding my private property, telling me I need a license and I need plates on my own private property. Show me the law or the statute, sir. Show me the law and the statute.
I don't know it specifically, but
Okay.
Section 13 in the transportation article is for registration.
For driving, I'm traveling.
Yes.
For commercial use. This is not commercial use.
Doesn't matter. You're on a
Oh,
public
it does
street.
matter, sir. It does matter.
Okay.
So what are we going to do now, sir?
I need your registration and
not
your
gonna
license.
So what are we going to do now?
All right.
What are we going to do now?
I need your registration and your license.
What are we going to do now?
What about your name and date of birth?
What? You're not getting anything,
Nothing?
sir. Nothing. Zero.
Well, how can I tell who you are?
What are we going to do, sir?
I need your license and registration.
Your Honor, I'm on my private property, riding on a public street, traveling, and this officer has stopped me.
Alright, so this is a common play by sovereign citizens, not so much frauditors, but sovereign citizens will say, well, the Supreme Court said this, and then never be able to back it up, because it doesn't exist. Also, his smug smile, I'm not about that life.
Right, sir.
Okay.
You're going to be placed under arrest if you're not giving us your license and registration.
Okay, let me put this back in here.
Go for it. Put your hands behind your back. Do you want to give us your name and license? Name and date of birth? Anything? Nope.
this officer followed me out of the station, and now I'm being arrested. For what I'm being arrested for?
Driving without a license?
Okay. Okay.
I don't
Driving without a
You're
license.
also not identifying
I'm not
yourself.
driving, sir. I'm traveling.
The officer may have followed you out of the police station, but if your tag looks like that, yes, they're going to follow you out of the police station.
I'm traveling. And I don't have the ID in the state of Maryland.
You have to give me at least your name and date of
I don't
birth.
have to give you anything.
You have to give me something.
Come on, let's go. I'm ready to go. You're going to learn a valuable lesson, sir.
I will.
Yeah.
Where is this tag through? This DOT exempt. Through a certain state? Nothing? Okay. Can you take it back to the station?
Can I get my keys off of that bike, please?
You can have the keys, but not the key to the bike.
Okay.
I don't even know where you.
Where are
Where are your keys? Where are your keys?
My keys are my private property.
Where-
Don't have jurisdiction.
Where are your keys?
So clearly these officers are being more than helpful. They're trying to get this guy his keys, but saying, yo, we need to keep the motorcycle key because it's going to get towed. And he, because he's a sovereign citizen, he only knows one thing, and that's the sovereign citizen script. And he's going to repeat it over and over, even though it's failed on him, I believe 2 times before this, and it failed on this one. Why keep trying?
Just a moment. You said you wanted to... I got my keys. Okay.
Then take them. I had to go. They wanted me to go somewhere, and I saw this bike here with this tag that doesn't exist.
That's
So I
the
made a
tag that's
traffic stop.
on both of the other vehicles.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's the same. Well, read it. It spells private.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same.
Yeah, it was the exact same one.
It'd be a good tag if it was real.
The only thing is, like, I mean, his argument is the right to travel.
But he's
But
saying
then
he's a
he's
sovereign
got-
citizen
But
without
then,
saying
he,
that.
but then he has these vehicles for sale. You know, then that's conducting business.
Yeah.
That's no longer, you know.
Alright, so the motorcycle incident, he ultimately got charged with operating unregistered motor vehicle on a highway, unauthorized display and use of a registration plate, knowingly driving uninsured vehicle, failure to display registration card upon demand by an officer, failure of an individual driving on a highway to display license to a uniformed police officer on demand, driving a motor vehicle on the highway without a license and authorization, driving vehicle on a highway with expired license, driving vehicle on a highway with unpaid registration fee, failure to attach single registration plate on rear of vehicle as required, driving without current tags. What I'm not shocked by is that, he let his license expire so that he could play this game. It's either expired or suspended. That's how it always is. Anyway, let's get back to his court paperwork.
We know the individual that he sold it to, but we're going to do this the legal way, without due process, without probable cause. They took my motorcycle and sold it. No hearing, no nothing, just outright sold it.
All right, so everybody but this guy knows that the tow yard can sell your vehicle. After a certain amount of time, they can sell your vehicle. The proceeds for the sale go towards, the cost of the tow, storage fees, and then you will owe any money after that if the sale of your car doesn't cover it. That's just what it is. I feel like everyone knows that.
Okay, this is the police officer that stopped me, as you watched in one of the recordings, while I was traveling from the police department in Tacoma Park, Maryland, to check on the other 2 vehicles that were stolen by Tacoma Park, and that they sold them. And we know who they sold it to, too, because they're going to get my property back. Make no mistake about that. And whatever damage is done to this property, they're going to pay for it. I would take this all the way to the highest court. Okay? These individuals stole property from a citizen and then sold it for profit without a hearing, without anything. Okay? But this is the case. This is a letter I received yesterday from the court about the sergeant who stopped me, who conspired with other officers at the Tacoma Park Police Station to stop me on his day off. They called him in on his day off to stop me and steal my property from me. Now this judge is saying that I got 10 days to answer this individual here. I'm not answering him either. I'm making it clear. I'm going after jobs. I'm going to debar these individuals because they do not deserve to be law adjudicators in our judicial system. This is the judge right here. These individuals were served and they did not answer the complaint by federal civil proceedings. Putting a line of representing somebody is not answering the complaint.
If I was to go out on a limb here, I would probably say that they didn't receive proper service. They probably tried to email it to them, or what's been happening lately, I'm going to serve you over a YouTube live stream. I'm going to show up in the chat of your live stream and try to serve you. I'm going to email a third party that you may or may not know or talk to, and then it's their problem to get that to you. That's how these people operate, so yeah, I can see that totally being one of the things he tried to do.
All right. Only after we file default judgments on these individuals that they decided to conspire or hire or pay off or make deals with these judges to get a ruling. The judge, it is now past 30 days from he said he was going to dismiss my case for not proving that I served these individuals. Okay? This sergeant of the Tacoma Park Police Department is no longer an officer of the Tacoma Park Police Department after this incident. He works for a defense company up in Rockville. Okay? This is the corruption that takes place around here. The two officers that arrested me in front of Enterprise are no longer police officers at Tacoma Park. They've been transferred to another town.
All right, so he said one officer went private sector. Not shocked, it normally pays better. And then he made a nonsensical comment about how two officers got transferred. Well, that's not how it works. You can't just transfer to a different city. You have to go through a whole hiring process and get picked up. Even if they're like, you're the guy for the job, you still have to go through all that. You don't just transfer over. Where I worked, people were lieutenants, got hired in where I was, started at the bottom. That is what it is. Also, where I worked, the police pay wasn't crap. The city next door was a lot better, but because it was a lot better, there was a lot more people applying. That's how that works. You can shift all day if you want. If you want to keep city hopping until you get the pay you want, you can do that as long as you can get hired in. It's a regular practice. But what I have here is the City of Tacoma Park position title and salary range by grade. Now, to throw this in the frauditors' faces, this took me 30 seconds to, pull up, and I didn't need to go harass anybody, and I didn't need to break the law to do it. So there's that. Oh, bedtime reminder, because it's 2 o'clock in the morning. All right, so we're going to pick up police, photo enforcement analysis, or analyst, about 50K. And as you go through, you'll see police, and they're all about 50K, 60K, still 60K, 69, but that's dispatcher, emergency, policy, procedures, resource manager, police corporal, which means that's when you're getting into supervisors. No police. There we go. Okay, neighborhood service team manager, police sergeant, again, higher ups, lieutenant, again, higher up, police captain, higher up, senior police captain, even higher, deputy chief, and then it tops out at chief. So more than likely, it didn't sound like those guys were supervisors, so you're looking at the 50 to 60K range for the people who left. yes, it's completely feasible for them to have left to get a better pay. Maybe they didn't want to deal with this guy anymore, so they left. He says, oh, they left, but then doesn't tell you how or under what circumstances. He leaves it to your imagination. Sovereign citizens do that, and he's going to try to pat himself on the back. Look what I did. More than likely, he didn't do anything. Seeing as how they legally sold his cars and his motorcycle, the police couldn't really have done anything wrong if he was found guilty. So it's like, well, okay, dude.
We know where they are. But this is the corruption that is taking place across our judicial system. And we have to put these individuals on blast. And that's what's about to happen now, because I'm going to Capitol Hill and I'm going to show the recordings of me serving these defendants, giving it to the clerk of the court, and waiting the time allowed for them to answer the complaint. Not put a line of representing somebody, but answer the complaint, because truly they don't have an answer of stealing property or citizens' property and then selling it without probable cause. Again, the Supreme Court has ruled free citizens have a right to travel in this country without being harassed by government or law enforcement or a big business called the DMV.
All right, guys, so for the 50,000th time, we're going to talk about the right to travel. I know, shocker. So I'm going to more than likely butcher this name again. Sinise versus Roe. I'm going to read the majority opinion written by Justice Stevens. So Justice Stevens, writing for the majority, found that although the right to travel was not explicitly mentioned in the Constitution, the concept was firmly embedded in our jurisprudence. He described the three components of the right to travel. All right, this is where we need to pay attention. 1, the right to enter one state and leave another. 2, the right to be treated as a welcome visitor rather than a hostile stranger. 3, for those who want to become a permanent resident, the right to be treated equally to native-born citizens. At no point does that say, F the DMV, I don't need a license, I don't need to register my car, and I don't need insurance. So, wrong again, Mr. Sovereign Citizen.
I'm going to prove it without a shadow of a doubt again, but it's already been proven once. And this is what the problem is with this judge up in Greenbelt. If you say you're going to dismiss my case on the 14th, you should have dismissed it. We're past 30 days now, and I'm still waiting for this judge to dismiss my case, saying that I didn't serve these defendants. Now, this judge is saying, failed to respond to defendant and Mr. Ehrlich motion to dismiss. First it was, I didn't serve Mr. Ehrlich. Now, as you read, his motion to dismiss. Come on, man. You're contradicting yourself. Either I served him or I didn't serve him. Now you're saying he filed a motion to dismiss my case. If I didn't serve him, how did he find out about filing a motion to dismiss? This is nothing but corruption in our judicial system. And this is why America is in the predicament it is now. Because, 1, Lady Justice has become a whore. She is a whore now. She has her eyes wide open and she goes to the highest bidder. I want y'all to read this again. Why am I still getting all these days? I'm ready to go to the next level in the appeals court and prove my case.
All right, guys, so right off the bat, America's in the predicament it is now because people like this guy refuse to take responsibility for their piss-poor life choices and their piss-poor actions. He is willing to pay for bullshit paperwork and fall down basically the flat earth rabbit hole, being sovereign citizens, to try to explain away why he should have to have responsibility for his actions. That's how you end up here getting 2 cars towed and a motorcycle towed. Again, they seem to have sold the vehicles. The fact that I know where they are, but we're going to do this legally. Please don't show this video to the police once you steal those vehicles, because they're going to know it's you. Now the next part, I'm not a lawyer and I don't pretend to be one. But if I was the plaintiff and I was trying to serve somebody with legal papers, and they claim to, be invalidly served. I would probably try to do it again a better way. This guy probably tried the second, third time in a better way, which is how, I'm assuming these guys are police officers, how it got to the police union's attorney, who immediately filed a motion to dismiss because this guy's speaking nonsense. You need to have a license. You need to have a registration. I believe I covered it earlier in the video. So yeah, it's absolute nonsense. The fact that he's shocked by this is nonsense. It says how many days he has right on the screen. He needs to stop playing games, honestly. So I did a video today, off topic. I did a video today asking if I should break this video into several parts because it's going to be an hour and some change long. Everyone seemed to say, yes, please break it up. I don't have the attention span for an hour video. So we're going to do that. We're going to stop the video here. I'm going to release this. The next day, I'll release the next one, and that's how we'll play it. Every day will be a release until this video is done. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and you enjoyed it enough to come back tomorrow. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.